I got my coffee. Let's talk spring favorites. I love seasonal favorites, especially watching other people's favorites is my favorite because I don't know, seasonal favorites always like puts me in the mood of whatever season I'm looking forward to. In this case, I love spring, especially when it comes to fashion, but most importantly, I love spring because it reminds me that summer is just around the corner. So I've compiled just a few different things from different categories of my spring favorites, and I thought I would share it with you. And I'm wearing this really pretty spring light sweater, which I'll link as well. My art, like everything just reminds me of spring. So I'm excited. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna start with scent. This first one, I am seriously so in love with. It is actually almost done, and I need to order myself a new one because I tell you, this is the best scent ever. It's the Margiela Replica, and the notes are grapes and roses. That's the description of the fragrance. I would say it definitely smells like grapes and roses, but it also has something musky about it. So I guess it's like a musky and floral scent, which is my personal favorite. I need to buy the perfume of this if they have it because it is truly so good. I mean, it smells amazing. So first and foremost, this, if you're into candles, I'm telling you, this is the best candle for spring. So good. The second candle is by Diptyque. Every time I pass by the store, I have to go in because the whole store smells amazing, but also their presentation and just everything about the store and brand is so amazing. And every time I go in, I always pay attention to this one. It smells really, really good, but I just picked it up. So it's brand new. I'm so excited to start lighting this. I guess this could be also like a fall scent because it does have like that musky scent that I really like. I just love the color. It adds so much. And since I'm really into home decor now, I love this. For the living room, it just adds a lot of color. So I'm really excited to dig into this. And then when it's done, I'm gonna probably use this for like my brushes and things. That's another reason why I love their candles. The last scent is my perfume. I probably have talked about this before because this just never changes. Like, this is by far my favorite perfume of all time. It is by Celine and it's their Parade scent. They have quite a few and honestly, they're all amazing. But this, oh my God, especially around spring, summer, it just reminds me of vacation because I actually got this when I was traveling to the south of France and I got this from one of the stores there. And ever since, I just have been so obsessed with it. I mean, I've used quite a bit of it, but there's still so much left. So it does last a really long time. It is expensive, but I honestly think it's worth it because it lasts a really long time. And every time I wear it, people are like, ooh, you smell so nice. Ooh, I'm not supposed to be spraying it on this thing because it's so sensitive. It changes colors. Anyway, that is my favorite perfume and I think I just ate it. So let's, not good for my health. Whew. So I'm gonna actually get into my favorite spring book. Yes, there is a favorite spring book that I visit and try to visit every spring. It kind of puts me in that mindset of cleaning up, tidying up, freshening up for a new season. It is called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I think I recently mentioned this in something, I forget. But this book, if you haven't read it, just even if you can listen to it on Audible, if you don't want to read the physical copy, I highly recommend it because it gives you the most perfect technique of how to really clean your space and get rid of things that no longer serve you. And I think what better time to do that than spring to just start fresh. So I just like to pick it up because I've already read this. I sometimes will just open random pages and read a little bit, but essentially what it's about is a lot of times we're always attached or confused of whether or not we should keep that item or let it go. The way to answer that question is by just asking a simple question to yourself, and that is, does this thing bring me joy? A lot of times with my closet, I get confused because I'm like, oh, I don't love it now, but what if I want it again? I'm not sure. So I'll look at it and I'll just say, does this bring me joy? But of course, if it's a yes, then I won't even think to ask myself that question. But if it's a no, then I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. And then in the end, it just creates such a beautiful clutter-free space. And I just feel so good about it. So spring must have such a good gift too, I think. Let's chat accessories and then I'll get into beauty since I have more beauty products. For accessories, when it comes to jewelry, I love layering. When I layer my necklaces, I definitely just go for like daintier but droopier earrings, if that makes sense, just ones that kind of hang. But if I'm not gonna do layered necklaces, then I love like a chunky earring, and I've lately been really into silver. So I think for spring summer, my recommendation would be to invest in like a really good pair of chunky silver earrings. These ones are by Bottega. They're the smaller one of the two different sizes they have. The really big one is just like way too big for my face, but ever since I got this, I've been wearing it a lot. I'm sure you have seen too. I wear these so much. It doesn't have to be Bottega. You can get, you know, another chunky silver earring. Silver earrings are the way to go for spring summer. It just adds a nice little touch of sparkle, and it just is such a statement piece to have. So chunky earrings. Next, I'm going to chat about two different bags. I recently went to an event and they actually gifted this, and I was so excited because I think it's so cute for spring summer. Like, I could totally picture this with really pretty flowy dresses on vacation somewhere. So I really like this, and I feel like I'm gonna wear this a ton this spring. Another bag that I know I'm gonna wear a ton is this Prada bag because the color is just so beautiful. Green is my favorite color. My mom actually got this for me. We went to Miami together and she was like, I want to get you a gift. So she surprised me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave you at Prada. I'm gonna go to Chanel and stand in line. And she was like, okay, I'll be there. I'm still gonna look around. I really want to get shoes for myself. I was looking at this bag myself, but if I'm gonna invest in a designer bag, I usually go for, you know, colors that are evergreen almost, but this just like was so beautiful and I kept looking at it, but I kept telling myself this is too trendy. So anyway, I left the store. I went to stand in line at Chanel just to see what they have, and then my mom comes to Chanel with a bag. I was so excited. But anyway, so this was a really cute surprise from her, and I have been loving it. I'm sure you guys have seen this on my Instagram, but during like spring summer, I hold this a ton. I'm trying my best not to buy the same bag in two different colors, but that wasn't in my head. I would definitely get this in like other colors because the bag itself is so spacious, so roomy. So it's perfect for just like every day, but also for traveling and stuff because it fits a lot. And it has like a little clasp so it closes. You don't feel like your bag is open. Love this color so much. I didn't want to include fashion items because I feel like we'd be here all day. That would have to be a separate video if interested. So the last accessory I'm going to include are my favorite sunglasses, which are so dirty right now. I need to wash them or clean them. Sometimes I actually do wash my sunglasses. Is that crazy? I will wash it with like soap and water. I just feel like it cleans the best. These I've had for about a year now. They're by a brand called Jacques Marimage. I'm probably gonna butcher this name. It's really cool because it's more of an investment, and they only make a certain amount of them, and on the inside it'll say, I believe there were only 47 of this made, and this is the 26th pair that was made. So it's kind of cool. They're definitely expensive, but it's just anything from this brand I highly recommend because you buy one like cool piece and it's such like a forever piece. I actually have one other pair, but I cannot find it, and I'm just praying to God that I haven't lost it because it was in my car and then for some reason it's gone now. So I hope I find it because that was even a cooler one. Again, color for spring, playing around with my sunglasses as well with color. We're gonna get into some hair stuff that I'm really into, and this is like a new obsession for me, but like hair clips. Where have I been? Because I know they've been around for a minute. I know they've been trending, but I just got into it myself, and it just is so fun to just add this to any look. Like I kind of sometimes wear it like this, or if I'm having a bad hair day, I'll just put my hair up fully with it. These two are from MEJ, and I think the colors are cool, but they also have a ton of different like fun spring summer colors as well. I just think for hair, I'm more of a neutral girl, so these are perfect for me. This is a large one, so it really does hold all of my hair. So whenever I need to put my entire hair up, since I have a lot of, I will use this. Something like this. I don't know what it looks like now, but anyway, you get the point. So hair clips apparently are having a moment, and I just got into it. And then lastly, the hair oil that I like now is by Gisou. It's honey infused hair oil. I love it so much. It actually works better than a lot of other oils for my hair type, so I've just been really loving it. And I use this a lot more in like the spring summertime because my hair is extra dry more than any other time. But let's get into beauty, which is, I'm sure, all of our favorites. I'm gonna start with skincare because I only have one, and I was like really looking at my skincare stash. I'm like, is there anything that I specifically love for spring? I think the only thing that I picked up was this Gisou oil because it is something that I recently picked up. And again, this can be evergreen, but the reason why I love it for spring is it gives you the most beautiful glow. Found this trick where whenever I wear this and then I wear a ton of sunscreen over it, and then I wear our Dream Sticks, like in any color, even if it's Dune over this, I swear it looks like I just got out of like a vacation poolside situation. It just gives my skin the most beautiful, healthy glow. I do think that even though this is a skincare product, I'm gonna reach for this a lot for this spring summer, just because who doesn't want to feel and look glowy all year? Another reason why I love this is I have acne prone skin, as you may already know. So oils freak me out a little bit because a lot of oils can tend to break me out. This is one oil that I was so sure it wasn't going to because it's infused with honey, and honey is so good for you. When I was breaking out heavily, my mom would always tell me to put Manuka honey on my face because it's anti-inflammatory, and I swear it helped so much. It's amazing, and I don't break out from it, so it's great. So that's why that's the only skincare that I'm including. But of course, sunscreen. That one hasn't changed for me. It's the Elta MD, so didn't want to bore you there. Speaking of Dream Sticks, if I can recommend one color for spring, it would have to be Bubble. It's so different from a lot of blushes out there. The color is just very, very unique. Personally, I prefer the stick, but a lot of times I will pair the stick with the powder version just so that it kind of stays put, and also it looks a little bit more intense. I have it on today. I wore it in my last makeup tutorial, so you can watch that, but it's just like, we gotta zoom in for this. It goes on like that, but then when you blend it, it just looks so fresh and beautiful. It looks so intimidating at first because you're like, I am not gonna wear a baby pink blush on my face, but it does blend beautifully. From all the shades, I would say Bubble is my jam. Huh, that was funny because we have a shade called Jam. Bubble is my jam. Of course, I have to recommend Dune for spring, summer, fall, any time of year, because this just gives you that sun-kissed glow that we kind of always want. And so I feel like Dune, like a warm bronzer, is a must, and preferably a cream bronzer, because again, it's just gonna look more skin-like and just like really melt into your skin versus like feel like it's sitting on top with some powders. Although sometimes I don't mind a powder bronzer, I definitely reach for creams way more. Dune and Bubble is where it's at. For eyeshadow, I was really thinking, and I'm gonna go with this one, which I'm wearing today. And it is by Charlotte Tilbury. It's called Hypnotizing Pop Shot. It's just such a beautiful lavender color. I think it's fun for spring. If you're not into lavender, I recommend picking up any color that you love. So if your favorite color is green, pick up like a lime green. Trust me, it's so fun for spring, summer to play with a wash of color on your eyes. I love light green, I love yellow, even pink. Lavender, they're all so pretty, but I feel like this just is such a stunning color, and it's still kind of like neutral-ish, like it's not super scary in a sense. Like you can definitely wear this. For eyeliner, for spring, I always gravitate towards color. Again, whatever color you're into, experiment trying that on your eyes, because it's not as intimidating as it looks, because nowadays you can find so many like muted versions of that color. The one that I go for a lot is the bronze shade by Persona. It's just very, very natural, and you can wear it day or night. Next, I love freckles for spring and summer. The one that I've been using a lot is by Freck. I just think it's so beautiful, and I just add a little bit like around this area, and it just adds this cool touch, and again reminds me that summer is around the corner, because in the summertime I do get some freckles around this area, but it's only in the summertime and only if I've been in the sun for a long time. I have two lip products that I really like. They're both kind of in the nude family, but I play with my lip color so much. The first one is by Hermes, and it's number 13. It's just this really pretty mauve-y kind of nude, and I'm not like into mauve as much personally, but this is like a really, I don't know, is it mauve? Maybe mauve is not the right word. Maybe it's like peachy pinky mauve. I don't know, there's like a little bit of mauve, a little bit of peach, a little bit of pink. It's just a very unique color. I actually have this on today, but I did top it with something a little bit darker over it. But yeah, it's just such a fun color. So it's definitely lighter than this. Again, I wore it in that video so you can watch it. But it's either that for me or Meditate by Persona, which I'm sure you guys have already seen a lot, but it's so similar. It's insane. Like, look how similar these are. But Meditate is obviously a lot glossier because it's infused with vitamin E and avocado oil, all these butters and shea butter and all that. So it's gonna be like more of a tinted lip balm. Whereas this one's a little bit more like satin. I don't know, I just kind of change it up. Sometimes I'll wear this, sometimes I'll wear that. But this just gives a nice like hydration to the lips. So it just depends on my mood, honestly. And shine too. So I like both of those. If I'm not feeling like wearing a nude lip, I'll go for a sheer red or a sheer sort of pumpkin shade. I just don't love a super pigmented lip these days. I like more of a sheer sort of transparent lip. And then lastly, this isn't necessarily like a spring favorite, but I do reach for this every day, so I wanted to include it here. It's the Warm Brown by Persona, and it's just like the perfect kind of way to brush up the brows, fill them in, and then throw on a nice lip and call it a day. Sometimes with this, I will pair this Anastasia Beverly Hills soft brown brow pen, and it's like almost like a liquid eyeliner kind of applicator. I don't have it on today, but let's just put it on so you can kind of see it. I personally like to use this after I have Swipe Up on because it's a little bit easier to control it. It just like gives you the most beautiful hair-like strokes. I love model off-duty, very soap brow kind of look. Like, look at the difference. So it just adds a lot, I feel like, and it kind of makes the brows more dramatic. For spring, summer, love drama on the eyebrows. I think it's so beautiful. I'm not sure if you're able to use this on the eyes, but if you can, I should probably check into that because not everything is tested for eyes, but if you can, I also sometimes like to use it for my eyes, just on the outer corners. Moral of the story, super bushy and bold eyebrows, a wash of color on the eyes, lots of blush on the cheeks, and lately I'm just really into pink, and anything on the lips will go, but something sort of juicy, something transparent, not too opaque or pigmented. That is gonna be the vibe for spring and summer. I'm not a powder girl, but if I need to use powder at any point, this is the one that I've been reaching for a lot, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish in number 2. I do need to buy this in number 1 just because it's a little bit dark for me, but if I do need it, then I will pop this on, and that is it. That is all for my spring favorites. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see next, and also before you head out, leave your favorite spring, summer favorites in the comments below so that I can also check them out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And opinions on what I should fix or fix? No, let's do that again. Leave your spring favorite in the comment so that is it for, let us know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next. Bye. Okay, one more time and that's it.